Commander Lily Sawyer stood at the viewport of the Earth Coalition vessel Intrepid, watching the stars. She had been in space for 7 years, but nothing had prepared her for this moment. A massive ship hung in Earth's orbit. It looked like a giant diamond, with surfaces that caught and reflected the sun in dazzling patterns. This was humanity's first contact with aliens. "Commander, they're responding to our message," said Communications Officer Diane Porter. Her voice shook slightly. Everyone on the bridge felt the same mix of fear and excitement. Lily straightened, her uniform. As head of the diplomatic team, she would lead the first meeting with these beings. "Put it on screen," she ordered. The main screen filled with light, then showed a face that was almost human, but not quite. The being had a smooth face with large almond-shaped eyes that seemed to shift color. Its skin glowed with a soft blue light that pulsed gently. "I am Valira, Crown Princess of the Xyrillian Empire," the alien said in perfect English. "We have studied your transmissions and learned your languages. We will allow one small team to board our vessel for talks." Lily stepped forward. "I am Commander Lily Sawyer of Earth. We welcome you to our solar system and accept your invitation." 6 hours later, Lily led a team of 5 humans onto the alien ship. They traveled in a small shuttle, approaching the massive crystal vessel with caution. As they got closer, an opening appeared in the smooth surface, allowing them entry. Inside, the ship was even more amazing. The walls seemed alive, glowing with soft light. The air smelled like flowers after rain. Tall, glowing beings waited for them. All had the same iridescent skin as the princess, though in different colors. "This way," said one alien with green-tinted skin. "The royal court awaits." They walked through curved hallways into a vast room. The ceiling arched high above them, sparkling like the night sky. At the far end sat Princess Valira on a floating chair of crystal. Her skin now pulsed with purple light. "The humans have arrived," announced a court official. Lily stepped forward and bowed slightly. "Thank you for this historic opportunity, Your Highness. We come in peace and friendship." The princess looked down at Lily. Her expression was hard to read, but the deep purple color of her skin darkened further. "You may rise," Valira said coldly. "We have not come for friendship. We have come to evaluate." Lily stood straight. "Evaluate? What exactly?" "Your worthiness," said the princess. "Your species is young, your technology is primitive, yet somehow you occupy a planet at a critical junction point in space. We need to determine if you deserve to keep it." A chill ran through Lily. This wasn't the peaceful first contact humanity had hoped for. "Our home is not available for taking, Your Highness," she said firmly. The princess laughed, a sound like crystal bells. Brave words from a species that has barely left its own solar system. She stood and walked down the steps toward Lily. Up close, she was tall, nearly 7 feet, and her skin shifted color slightly with each movement. "Do you know how old the Xyrillian Empire is, human?" the princess asked. "No, Your Highness. 20,000 years. We had mastered faster-than-light travel when your ancestors were still living in caves. We have brought order to 100 worlds." "Then, surely you've learned that true civilization respects the rights of others," Lily replied. The princess's skin flashed bright purple, showing her anger. "You dare lecture me on civilization? Your planet still fights wars among its own kind. You pollute your world and squander its resources." "We're learning and growing," Lily said. "We have much to offer in exchange for friendship and knowledge." "Offer?" The princess circled Lily slowly. "What could you possibly offer us?" "New perspectives, art, music, literature, the unique way humans see the universe. And maybe something you've lost after 20,000 years of empire, adaptability." The court murmured at Lily's boldness. The princess stopped her circling and faced Lily directly. "I have studied your culture," Valira said. "In your stories, humans and aliens often form bonds, even romantic ones." Her skin rippled with disgust. "Let me be clear about one thing, Commander Sawyer. I would never bond with you, human, or any of your kind. The very thought is repulsive." Lily kept her face neutral despite the insult. I didn't come here to propose, Your Highness. I came to establish diplomatic relations. Your attempt at humor is noted, the princess said, but this is not a social call. Earth sits at a strategic location. The Xyrillian Empire has interest in your solar system. Whether we take it by force or through agreement is up to you. Then we have much to discuss, Lily said, hiding her concern behind a diplomatic smile. Perhaps we could start by learning more about each other's cultures and needs. Very well, the princess said. You and your team will be given quarters. We will begin formal talks tomorrow. She turned to leave, then paused. One last thing. Commander, do not mistake these talks for negotiation between equals. You are here on my mercy. After the princess left, an aide with soft golden skin approached. Please follow me to your quarters. I am Nalara, assistant to the royal court. As they walked through the crystal corridors, Nalara spoke quietly. The princess's words were harsh, but please understand our position. The Empire has protocols for first contact. Not all in the court agree with the traditional approach. Are you saying there's hope for peaceful relations? Lily asked. I'm saying the future is not yet written, Nalara replied. Princess Valera is proud, but she is also intelligent. Impress her, and you may save your world. In their private quarters, Lily met with her team. Well, that wasn't the welcome we hoped for, she said. Science Officer Beth Morgan shook her head. They're so advanced. If they want Earth, how can we stop them? We find a way to make them not want to take it, Lily said. Every empire, no matter how old, has weaknesses and needs. We need to find what the Xyrillians truly want and show them how peace with Earth helps them get it. As night fell on the alien ship, Lily looked out at the stars, wondering if she could find a way to connect with the cold, proud princess before it was too late. Earth's future now depended on turning a threat into an alliance, and it all rested on her shoulders. Little did Lily know that this first difficult meeting was just the beginning of a connection that would change not only her life, but the future of two civilizations. 3 months had passed since first contact with the Xyrillian Empire. The situation had grown worse with each passing week. Lily now understood why the aliens had come to Earth. It wasn't just about their planet. Earth sat on what the Xyrillians called a hyperspace junction, a point in space where faster-than-light travel routes naturally connected. Whoever controlled this junction controlled travel across 1/4 of the galaxy. Lily had been promoted to diplomatic liaison. She now spent her days in meetings with representatives from other alien species who feared the Xyrillian expansion. The Earth Coalition had learned they weren't alone in facing the Empire's hunger for new territories. Today, she sat in a large conference room aboard the neutral space station Harmony. Around the table were beings from 7 different worlds. Some looked almost human, while others were so different that Lily still had trouble reading their expressions. The Xyrillians have taken 3 border worlds in the past year alone, said Ambassador Krell, a tall being with 4 arms and gray skin. They always follow the same pattern. First diplomacy, then demands, then war. Earth has something they want badly, added Representative Shaw, whose species resembled large, upright cats. This junction is the missing piece in their control of the quadrant, Lily sighed. We're building defenses, but we're centuries behind their technology. We need allies. The door opened, and everyone fell silent. Princess Valera entered with her guards. The Xyrillian royal wore an elaborate crystal dress that caught the light and threw rainbow patterns across the room. Her skin glowed a confident blue. Discussing strategy without inviting the Empire? Valera asked, her voice cool. How rude. Lily stood. This is a public meeting space, Your Highness. All delegations are welcome. Of course, the princess said with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. She took an empty seat directly across from Lily. Please, continue your plotting. The other representatives shifted uncomfortably. One by one, they made excuses and left until only Lily and Valera remained. You're frightening potential allies away, Lily said. They were never going to help you, Valera replied. They fear us too much. Fear isn't the same as respect. The princess's skin flashed purple briefly before returning to blue. 20,000 years of empire suggests otherwise. Lily leaned forward. Why are we here, Princess? What do you really want from Earth? I've told you, the junction. No, Lily interrupted. There's more. Your empire has incredible technology. You could build artificial junctions if you wanted. What's the real reason? For a moment, Valyra's skin shifted to turquoise, a color Lily hadn't seen before. The princess quickly controlled whatever emotion had caused the change. You are perceptive, Commander Sawyer, she admitted. The junction is valuable, yes, but Earth has something else, something rare. What? Your sun. It produces a unique radiation signature that we need for our most advanced technology. Only 1 in a million stars has this quality. Lily felt a small victory at getting the truth. Then we should be discussing shared access, not conquest. Your coalition gathering allies against us is futile, Valyra stated, changing the subject. The Xyrillian Empire has stood for 20,000 years. We will not be stopped by creatures whose civilization is younger than some of our decorative gardens. Before Lily could respond, alarms blared throughout the station. Red lights flashed on the walls. Security breach in Sector 7, announced the station's computer. All personnel evacuate immediately. Valyra stood quickly. My shuttle is in Sector 7. This way, Lily said, pointing to a side door. Emergency exit. They hurried through the door into a narrow corridor. Lily's security training kicked in. Stay close, she told the princess. Surprisingly, Valyra followed without argument. They turned a corner and froze. 3 figures in black suits blocked their path. Their faces were hidden behind dark masks. There they are, one said. Take them both. The attackers raised weapons. Lily reacted instantly, pushing Valyra into a side passage as energy blasts hit the wall where they'd been standing. Run, Lily shouted. They sprinted down the hallway. The attackers close behind. Who are they? Valyra asked, her skin now pale with fear. Not station security, Lily said. Assassins, probably. They reached an intersection. Lily checked both directions, then pointed left. This way to the escape pods. More blasts hit the wall near them as they ran. Lily's diplomatic training hadn't prepared her for this, but her military background had. She spotted a control panel and smashed it with her elbow as they passed. Emergency doors slammed down behind them, temporarily blocking their pursuers. Almost there, Lily said as they reached the escape pod bay. She slammed her hand on the access panel for the nearest pod. The door slid open, and they tumbled inside. Do you know how to operate this? Valyra asked, her voice tense. Basic controls are universal, Lily said, strapping herself into the pilot seat. Safety regulations. She hit the launch sequence. The pod shuddered, then broke free from the station. Through the viewport, they saw the massive space station growing smaller. We should be safe now, Lily said, checking the systems. We can send a distress. The pod rocked violently. Warning lights flashed across the control panel. We're hit. Lily fought with the controls as the pod spun. They have a ship out there. Valyra's skin had turned ashen gray. Can you get us to my vessel? Navigation's damaged, Lily said, and there's a planet in our path. I'll try to use its gravity to slingshot us toward your fleet, but another hit rocked the pod. More systems failed. We're going down, Lily said grimly. Brace for atmospheric entry. The small vessel shuddered as it hit the planet's upper atmosphere. Outside the viewport, the blackness of space gave way to fiery orange as the pod's heat shields glowed from friction. Is this how I die? Valyra asked quietly. In a primitive escape pod with a human? Not if I can help it, Lily replied, wrestling with the barely responsive controls. Through the flames of entry, Lily caught glimpses of the planet below. Purple forests spread across the surface. Strange floating mountains hung in the sky, defying gravity. It was beautiful and completely alien. I don't recognize this world, Valyra said, her voice steadier now despite her gray skin. It's not in any Imperial charts. Uncharted territory, Lily said. That might work in our favor. Our attackers may not follow us down. The pod broke through the cloud layer. Lily fought to level their descent. using the last of their maneuvering power to aim for a clearing in the purple forest. Impact in 30 seconds, she warned. Get into crash position. Valira copied Lily, tucking her head down and bracing against the seat. For what it's worth, the princess said suddenly, you handled this well. For a human. Lily almost smiled despite their dire situation. Was that almost a compliment, Your Highness? Don't get used to it, Valira replied. The pod hit the ground, hard, skidding through soil and vegetation. Metal screamed as the craft tumbled and finally came to rest against a strange tree with glowing blue bark. Silence fell. Lily checked herself for injuries. Just bruises, thankfully. She looked over, at Valira. The princess was conscious but breathing strangely. Are you hurt? Lily asked with concern. The air, Valira gasped. Something's wrong, it's poisonous to me. Lily quickly checked the pod's atmospheric analysis. Oxygen, nitrogen, trace elements. Nothing toxic to humans, but Xyrillian biology is different, the princess said, her voice already weakening. There's something here that's deadly to my kind. As Lily helped Valira from the crashed pod, she realized their situation had become much more complicated. They were stranded on an unknown planet, with assassins potentially searching for them, and now the princess was being slowly poisoned by the very air around them. Through the viewport, twin moons were rising over the alien landscape. Night was falling, and with it came new dangers on this strange world. The alien planet was both beautiful and terrifying. As Lily helped Valira from the crashed escape pod, she took in their surroundings. Purple trees stretched toward a sky where twin moons cast an eerie blue light. Strange plants glowed softly in the growing darkness. In the distance, mountains floated impossibly above the ground, defying gravity. We need shelter, Lily said, supporting the weakening princess. Can you walk? Valira nodded, though her skin had taken on a sickly green color. The pod is damaged, beyond repair? The communication system might be salvageable, Lily replied, but we shouldn't stay here. Whoever attacked us might track the crash site. They gathered what they could from the pod, a medical kit, emergency rations, a portable scanner, and a small energy weapon. Lily helped the princess into the thicker part of the forest, hoping the dense purple foliage would hide them from aerial searches. After walking for nearly an hour, they found a suitable spot. A fallen tree had created a natural shelter, its massive trunk providing cover on one side while thick bushes with luminescent leaves offered concealment. Rest here, Lily said, helping Valira sit down. I'll try to make this more comfortable. The princess didn't argue, which worried Lily. In their brief time together, Valira had never missed a chance to assert her authority or remind Lily of human inferiority. Now she sat quietly, her breathing labored, her once vibrant skin dull and patchy. Lily worked quickly, using branches and large leaves to build a simple shelter. She used the scanner to check their surroundings for immediate threats, finding none. When she finished, she turned her attention to Valira. The medical kit was designed for humans, Lily said, opening it anyway. But maybe there's something that can help. Unless you have a portable atmospheric processor that can filter this planet's air, I doubt it, Valira said weakly. Lily scanned the princess with the medical device. The scanner says there's a chemical compound in this atmosphere that's binding. To your cellular structure, it's not immediately fatal, but it will kill me eventually. Valira finished. How long? Lily checked the readings again. Days, maybe a week at most. We need to get you off this planet before then. And how do you propose we do that? Our pod is destroyed, and we're on an uncharted world. Both our people will be looking. For us, Lily said with more confidence than she felt. The Xyrillian Empire won't let its princess disappear without a search, and Earth won't abandon its diplomatic team. If they can find us, Valira said. Her skin flickered briefly with a blue pulse, a sign of hope, perhaps, before fading back to sickly green. I need to get you to the extraction point, Lily said, supporting the alien as she helped her into the shelter. Once I salvage the pod's emergency beacon, we can signal for rescue. Why help me? Valira's skin flickered between sickly green and confused yellow. Our empires will be at war within a solar cycle, because that's what humans do, Lily replied. We help even when it makes no sense. Valira studied Lily's face in the dim light. Your species is strange. We get that a lot, Lily said with a small smile. Rest now, I'll take first watch. As night fully descended, the forest came alive with sounds and movement. Glowing creatures flitted between trees. Something large moved in the distance, shaking the ground slightly with each step. Lily kept the energy weapon close, hoping she wouldn't need to use it. In the early hours of morning, Valira's condition worsened. She woke with a gasp, her body trembling. What's happening? Lily asked, rushing to her side. The toxins, accumulating, faster than expected, Valira said between ragged breaths. My internal systems can't keep up. Lily checked the scanner again. The readings were worse than before. There has to be something we can do. Valira was quiet for a long moment. There is one possibility, but it's forbidden. Tell me, Lily urged. Cerealians can form a temporary biological bond with compatible species, Valira explained reluctantly. It allows us to share biological functions when needed, like a symbiotic relationship. More intimate than that, Valira said. It would link our immune systems. Your body could filter the toxins mine cannot. Lily didn't hesitate. Let's do it. You don't understand, Valira said. This bond is sacred to my people. It's normally reserved for life partners. The sharing of consciousness that comes with it. Is it permanent? No. Temporary. But while it lasts, we would share thoughts, memories, feelings. Lily considered this. If it saves your life, I'm willing. Valira turned away. I would rather die than bond with a human, she declared, even as her breathing grew more labored. That's pride talking, Lily said firmly. And pride won't save you from this atmosphere. Before Valira could respond, a high-pitched shriek cut through the forest. Lily grabbed the energy weapon and moved to the entrance of their shelter. Outside, something large moved through the trees toward them. We have company, Lily whispered. The creature that emerged into the clearing was unlike anything Lily had seen before. It stood on 6 legs, each ending in sharp claws. Its body was covered in scales that shifted color like Valira's skin, though less brilliantly. Its head featured multiple eyes and a mouth full of needle-like teeth. It sniffed the air, clearly hunting. Then its many eyes fixed on their shelter. It smells us, Lily said, raising the weapon. The creature charged. Lily fired, hitting it squarely in the chest. It shrieked and fell back but didn't go down. Instead, it circled, looking for another angle of attack. 2 more of the creatures emerged from the forest. They communicated with clicks and whistles, spreading out to surround the shelter. 3 of them, Lily said grimly, and the weapon's charge won't last for all of them. We need to run, Valira said, trying to stand but falling back weakly. You can barely walk, Lily replied. No, I'll have to fight. The creatures attacked simultaneously from different directions. Lily fired at the first, downing it temporarily. She kicked at the second as it tried to enter the shelter. The third crashed through the branches behind them, its claws slashing. Lily felt a burning pain across her back as the claws tore through her uniform and skin. She spun and fired point blank into the creature's face. It fell back, thrashing and shrieking. The second creature lunged again. Lily swung the weapon like a club, having no time to aim and fire. The blow stunned it momentarily. The first creature was up again, advancing cautiously now. Lily checked the weapon's charge, nearly depleted. She wouldn't survive another coordinated attack. Go, Valira said weakly. Save yourself. Not happening, Lily replied, positioning herself protectively in front of the princess. We both survive, or neither does. As the creatures prepared for another attack, Lily braced herself for what might be her last stand. Blood dripped down her back from the claw wounds, but she held the weapon steady. The creatures charged. Lily fired the weapon's last charge at the leader, then prepared to fight the others hand to hand. But as she steeled herself for the attack, something unexpected happened. A brilliant flash of light burst from behind her. Valira had summoned some kind of energy from within herself. The light expanded outward in a wave, hitting the creatures. They recoiled, shrieking in pain, then turned and fled into the forest. Lily turned to find Valira collapsed on the ground, her skin almost gray. "What did you do?" Lily asked, kneeling beside her. "Emergency defense mechanism," Valira whispered. "Uses our internal energy. Cannot do it again." The effort had clearly cost the princess dearly. Her breathing was now shallow and rapid. "You saved us," Lily said, checking Valira's condition with the scanner. The readings were critical. "You fought for me," Valira replied weakly. "No one has ever put themselves at risk for me before." "That's what allies do," Lily said, applying a bandage to her own wounds as best she could. "We are not allies," Valira reminded her, but the words lacked their usual bite. "Maybe we should be," Lily suggested. She winced as she moved, the claw wounds on her back burning with each breath. Valira watched Lily tend to her injuries. "You're hurt because of me." "I'm hurt because of those creatures," Lily corrected. "And I've had worse." As dawn broke, painting the alien sky with streaks of pink and gold, Valira seemed to come to a decision. "The bonding," she said quietly. "I will consider it." "What changed your mind?" Lily asked. Valira's skin flickered briefly with a new color, a soft rose that Lily had never seen before. "You fought predators despite your own injuries," the princess said. "You stayed when you could have fled. Perhaps there is more to humans than I first believed." Lily smiled slightly. "That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Your Highness." "Don't get used to it," Valira replied, echoing her words from the pod. But this time, there was almost a hint of humor in her voice. As the twin suns rose higher, Lily rebuilt their damaged shelter while Valira explained more about the bonding process. Neither knew that their connection would soon become their only hope for survival, and the key to changing the future of their two species forever. By midday, Valira's condition had deteriorated significantly. Her once iridescent skin had dulled to a pale blue-gray, and she drifted in and out of consciousness. Lily worked tirelessly, using the scanner to monitor the princess while trying to salvage parts from their emergency kit to boost any potential distress signal. "The atmospheric toxins are spreading through your system faster than expected," Lily said, checking the scanner again. "We need to make a decision about the bonding soon." Valira opened her eyes slowly. "You don't understand what you're offering," she said, her voice barely audible. "The bond is not just physical, it's a sharing of minds." "You've mentioned that," Lily said gently. "I'm still willing." "The bond is sacred to my people," Valira continued. "In our history, it was only used between those who had deep connections, family members in crisis, life partners, those who trusted each other completely. And we're practically strangers who don't trust each other at all," Lily acknowledged. "But these are exceptional circumstances." Valira tried to sit up but couldn't manage it. Lily helped her into a more comfortable position. "There's something else you should know," Valira said after catching her breath. "The bond, it will show you things about me, about my people, state secrets, weaknesses, things the Empire would kill to protect." Lily understood the princess's hesitation now. "You're afraid I'll use that information against the Empire. Wouldn't you? Your world faces conquest. Maybe this is how we find another way," Lily suggested. "Maybe understanding each other is the first step toward peace." Valira studied Lily's face, searching for deception. "You truly believe that?" "I do," Lily said firmly. "Humans have fought countless wars among ourselves. We've learned that understanding often leads to peace where force fails." A painful spasm racked Valira's body. When it passed, she looked even weaker. "Time is running out," Lily said softly. I know you said you'd never bond with a human, but I think we're past that now. The bonding process requires skin contact and a mental connection, Valera explained, weakly. Her once vibrant skin had dulled to a pale blue. It is temporary but intimate. You will see my memories and I yours. Despite her initial disgust, the princess had no choice. Death approached with each labored breath. I would never have considered this, she whispered, as Lily gently helped her sit up. But it seems my life depends on a human after all. Tell me what to do, Lily said. Place your hands on either side of my face, Valera instructed. Then press your forehead to mine. Focus your thoughts on connection, on sharing. Lily did as instructed, placing her palms gently against the princess's face. The alien skin felt cool and smooth, almost like touching silk over marble. Now what? Clear your mind, Valera said. I will initiate the bond. Lily closed her eyes and tried to empty her thoughts. For several moments, nothing happened. Then she felt a strange tingling where her skin touched Valera's. It's starting, Valera whispered. Don't fight it. The tingling intensified, spreading from Lily's hands and forehead throughout her body. Suddenly, her mind filled with images, thoughts and feelings that weren't her own. She saw a crystalline city stretching to the horizon, towers shimmering in the light of 3 suns. She felt the weight of royal responsibility, the loneliness of leadership, the constant scrutiny of the court. She experienced memories of rigorous training, diplomatic missions, military strategies. Deeper still, she sensed Valera's private thoughts, her doubts about imperial expansion, her secret admiration for certain aspects of other cultures, her fear that the empire's rigid traditions were leading it toward stagnation. The flow went both ways. Lily felt Valera moving through her memories, childhood on Earth, military training, diplomatic missions, personal triumphs and failures, her hopes for peaceful contact with alien life, her determination to protect her planet, her belief that understanding could bridge even the widest gaps between species. The bond deepened. Lily sensed the Xyrillian biology intertwining with her own on a cellular level. The toxins that had been killing Valera began filtering through Lily's system, where they were neutralized by her different biochemistry. Minutes or hours passed. Lily couldn't tell. The experience transcended time. When they finally separated, both women gasped as if coming up for air after a long dive. That was... Lily couldn't find words to describe it. Intense, Valera finished. Her skin had already begun to change, shifting from sickly gray to a healthier blue. It worked. Lily felt strange, not ill, but different. I can feel you, she said with wonder. In my mind, like an echo. The bond will fade with time, Valera said. But while it lasts, we remain connected. Your body will help mine process the toxins in this atmosphere. How long will it last? Days, perhaps a week. Long enough for rescue, I hope. Lily helped Valera drink some water, noticing how much stronger the princess already seemed. You look better. I feel better, Valera admitted. Your physiology is remarkably adaptive. Lily smiled. One of our better qualities. I saw that in your memories, Valera said quietly. Your species has overcome much through adaptation. And I saw the beauty of your civilization, Lily replied. 20,000 years of art, science, and culture. They fell silent, both processing the enormous amount of information they had shared. The bond had changed everything between them. They could no longer be simply human and Xyrillian, diplomat and princess. They had seen too much of each other. You have doubts about the Empire's expansion, Lily said finally. Valera's skin rippled with surprise, then acceptance. Yes, but that is not something I could ever admit publicly. And you have feelings for someone at court, Lily added with a small smile. Someone your family wouldn't approve of. Stop that, Valera said, but without anger. This is why bonding is so rarely done. No secrets remain. I think I understand now why your people consider it sacred, Lily said. It's a complete sharing of self. Yes. Valera hesitated. I saw your memories too. Your childhood, your first love, your fears for Earth's future. Lily nodded. No secrets, she agreed. I never expected to understand a human this way, Valera admitted. Your species is not what I was taught. Neither is yours, Lily replied. A comfortable silence fell between them. Outside their shelter, the alien day continued. Strange birds called in the distance and light filtered through the purple leaves above. Lily checked the scanner again. The toxin levels in your system are dropping rapidly. The bond is working. I need to stand, Valera said suddenly. Help me up. Lily supported the princess as she rose shakily to her feet. After a few moments, Valera was able to stand on her own. Much better, she said, her skin now showing hints of gold, a sign of returning health. We should return to the pod and try to activate the emergency beacon. Now that I can move, we have a better chance of survival. They gathered their few supplies and headed back toward the crash site. The walk was slow but steady. Occasionally, Valera would stop to examine a plant or rock, her scientific curiosity evident. Your world is beautiful, Valera said, touching a flower that closed at her approach. Primitive but fascinating. This isn't my world, Lily reminded her. I meant Earth. I saw it through your memories. The oceans, mountains, forests. You should see it in person someday, Lily suggested. Under better circumstances. Valera's skin flashed with an emotion Lily couldn't identify. Perhaps. As they walked, they discussed what they had learned from each other through the bond. Lily explained more about human culture and history. Valera shared insights about Xerillian science and art. Despite their dire situation, both found themselves enjoying the exchange. In 20,000 years, your people never encountered a species quite like humans, did they? Lily asked. No, Valera admitted. You are unique in our experience. Most species we encountered were either far more primitive or had developed along similar lines to ourselves. Your combination of technological development and emotional capacity is unusual. Is that good or bad? It's interesting, Valera said. Her skin rippled with a new color, a soft lavender that Lily, through their bond, recognized as the color of thoughtful consideration. They reached the crash site by late afternoon. The pod lay where they had left it, half buried in alien soil. No signs indicated anyone had found it yet. Let's see what we can salvage, Lily said. Working together, they managed to extract the emergency beacon from the damaged communications array. Valera's knowledge of advanced technology combined with Lily's practical engineering skills made them an effective team. If we can power this, Lily said, examining the beacon, it should transmit on multiple frequencies. Both our people might pick it up. Use this, Valera said, removing a small crystal from her clothing. It's an emergency power source. All royal family members carry one. Lily connected the crystal to the beacon. The device hummed to life, lights blinking as it began broadcasting their location. Now we wait, Lily said. As the twin suns began to set, they reinforced their shelter near the pod. The bond between them continued to strengthen, allowing them to work in comfortable silence, each anticipating the other's needs without words. I never expected this, Valera said as they sat watching the moon's rise. When I said I would never bond with a human, I truly meant it. Life has a way of changing our plans, Lily replied with a smile. 3 days passed on the alien planet. The emergency beacon continued its silent call into space, but no rescue had come. Lily and Valera settled into a routine, gathering safe food, identified through Valera's knowledge and Lily's scanner, improving their shelter and exploring the immediate area. The bond between them had changed everything. It remained strong, allowing Valera to survive the planet's toxic atmosphere. But it had also created a connection neither had expected. They shared thoughts easily now, sometimes communicating without words. Through their link, each continued to learn about the other's world and perspective. I can feel ships approaching, Valera said suddenly as they sat by a small fire on the third evening. Xerillian vessels. Lily concentrated, accessing the sense through their bond. Yes, I feel it too. And there, Earth ships as well. They've both found us. The rescue should arrive by morning, Valera said. Her skin glowed a healthy gold in the firelight. Lily poked at the fire with a stick. What happens when we return? Our worlds are still on the brink of war. Valera was quiet for a long moment. I don't know, she admitted finally. This bond has changed things. I cannot see your people as merely primitive beings to be conquered anymore. And I understand why your empire expands as it does, Lily replied. The weight of 20,000 years of tradition is not easily set aside. Through their connection, Lily felt Valera's inner conflict. The princess had responsibilities to her empire, traditions to uphold, yet she now carried human perspective. Within her, understanding that could not be unlearned. There is something I should tell you, Valera said. Something about the bond. What is it? I wasn't entirely truthful about its nature, the princess admitted. Between Xerillians the bond is indeed temporary, but between different species, especially ones as biologically distinct as ours, it can leave permanent traces. Lily considered. This. What kind of traces? A residual connection. Emotions, sometimes thoughts, can be sensed across great distances. It fades with time but never completely disappears. So we'll always have some connection to each other, Lily said. Yes, I apologize for not telling you before. Through their bond, Lily felt the princess's genuine regret. Would you have chosen differently, knowing what you know now about humans? About me? Valera's skin rippled with complex emotions, blue, gold, and that new rose color that Lily now recognized as affection. No, the princess said honestly. I would still have bonded with you. Morning brought the distant sound of ships entering the atmosphere. They stood outside their shelter, watching as two vessels descended, one crystal-like Xyrillian ship and one metallic Earth vessel. Our time here is ending, Valera said. But the bond remains, Lily reminded her. The ships landed in a clearing near the crash site. Armed guards from both sides approached cautiously, weapons raised. When they saw Lily and Valera standing together, unharmed, confusion spread through their ranks. Commander Sawyer, called Beth Morgan from the Earth team. Are you all right? Princess, Valera, a Xyrillian royal guard rushed forward. We feared the worst. We are both well, Valera announced in a strong voice. Lower your weapons, all of you. To Lily's surprise, both groups obeyed, though tension remained visible. What happens now? Beth asked Lily quietly as they walked toward the ships. Something unexpected, Lily replied. As they approached the vessels, Lily felt anxiety through their bond. Valera was concerned about how the court would react to her bonding with a human. Such things were not done in the Empire. It will be all right, Lily sent silently through their connection. How can you be sure? Came Valera's response. Because we'll make it right, Lily replied. Together. When they returned to orbit, they found both fleets positioned for battle. The Xyrillian armada had arranged itself in attack formation near Earth while humanity's allies had gathered their forces in defense. War seemed inevitable. Sensors showed weapons charged on both sides. A single command would begin a conflict that would devastate worlds. I need to address both fleets, Valera said as their ships docked with the main Xyrillian vessel. Immediately, the Xyrillian court was shocked by the princess's request. Your Highness, you've been through an ordeal, said Grand Minister Theron. You should rest and allow the physicians to examine you. I am well, Valera insisted, and what I have to say cannot wait. Lily stood beside her, feeling the determination through their bond. Together, they moved to the communication center of the Xyrillian flagship. Open a channel to all ships, Valera commanded. Xyrillian and Earth forces alike. The technicians obeyed, though they exchanged worried glances. Soon, the princess's image would be transmitted to every vessel in both fleets. This is Princess Valera of the Xyrillian Empire, she began, her voice strong and clear. For those watching from Earth vessels, I stand before you with Commander Lily Sawyer of your diplomatic corps. Lily stepped into view of the transmission. She could feel billions of eyes watching across multiple worlds. During our time stranded on an uncharted planet, Commander Sawyer saved my life. Vylera continued. The atmosphere was toxic to my biology. To survive, I was forced to form a biological bond with her. Gasps echoed through the Xyrillian court. Such a thing was unprecedented. I have bonded with a human, Vylera declared, causing more shocked reactions throughout the Xyrillian court. I have seen their minds, their hearts, their potential. The ancient laws of our empire state that those we bond with cannot be conquered, but must be embraced as equals. Lily felt the weight of this statement. Through their connection, Vylera was using an ancient law to protect Earth, a law so fundamental to Xyrillian culture that even the most war-hungry members of the court couldn't argue against it. The bonding, meant to be temporary, has left a permanent connection. Vylera continued. Commander Sawyer and I can sense each other's emotions across vast distances, a living bridge between our species. The court erupted in whispers and exclamations. Lily stood tall beside the princess, feeling the mixture of fear and determination flowing through their bond. Our civilizations will not war, Vylera stated, as her skin rippled with determined azure. Instead, we will forge an alliance unlike any the galaxy has witnessed. The transmission ended. In the silence that followed, Lily could feel the shock reverberating through the ship. Your Highness, Grand Minister Theron said carefully, what you propose is unprecedented. The High Council may not accept. They will accept, Vylera interrupted. The law is clear. Those we bond with become part of our extended family. We do not wage war against family. A human as part of the royal extended circle? Another minister gasped. Impossible. It is already done, Vylera replied calmly. In the days that followed, diplomatic teams from both civilizations worked frantically to draft a historic treaty. The Xyrillian court was divided, but none could challenge the ancient law Vylera had invoked. Earth leaders were cautiously optimistic about the unexpected turn of events. 1 week after their rescue, Lily and Vylera met privately aboard the Intrepid. Their bond had weakened since leaving the planet but remained strong enough for emotional connection. You knew the bond would be permanent, Lily said, realizing the truth as she sensed Vylera's thoughts. You knew the laws would prevent war. Vylera's skin shifted to that soft rose color that had become familiar to Lily. Perhaps. Or perhaps I simply discovered that when I declared I would never bond with a human, the universe decided to teach me humility. Your court is still in shock, Lily noted. They will adapt, Vylera said confidently. As will your leaders. This is better than war. And what about us? Lily asked. This bond means we're connected for life. A strange fate, Vylera admitted. When we first met, I could not have imagined being permanently linked to a human. Now I cannot imagine not having this connection. Through their bond, Lily felt the genuine affection behind these words. Their shared experience had transformed contempt into respect, then into something deeper, a friendship that transcended species. The treaty gives Earth access to Xyrillian technology, Lily said, and your empire gains a stable hyperspace junction with willing partners rather than resistant subjects. Everyone benefits, Vylera agreed. That is good diplomacy. And the AR bond? What role will that play in our future? Vylera's skin shifted through several colors before settling on a calm blue. I will return to the Empire as heir. You will continue your diplomatic work for Earth. But we will remain connected, the living embodiment of the alliance between our worlds. Ambassador and Princess, linked across the stars, Lily said with a smile. More than that, Vylera replied. Friends. The treaty was signed 2 weeks later. Under its terms, Earth would remain sovereign while sharing the hyperspace junction with the Xyrillian Empire. In exchange, humans would receive technology and protection. A new era of cooperation would begin, with exchange programs for scientists, artists, and diplomats. As part of the agreement, Lily was appointed Earth's permanent ambassador to the Xyrillian Empire. Valera, as heir to the throne, would oversee the new alliance. Their unique bond became the foundation for humanity's emergence as a respected galactic power. On the day Valera's ship prepared to return to the Empire, she and Lily stood at the docking bay of the space station Harmony, the same place where they had fled assassins weeks